my way of grading you is like I will arrange all your papers until such time all the papers are in. But if like there are really others who cannot really submit their papers because they can still afford, I mean, they are still fine with an INC grade. And then let's talk about INC grade. INC grade is fine, especially if it is me telling you INC ka muna. Pero if you're given INC and you have not communicated with me, that means to say 5 yan para kay Gascon. I will not really try to mend your affairs. I will not deal with you. And then until such time, of course, if you will be requesting me and then if your reasons are valid enough, then I can really go to the level I wanted to be, I needed to be, and then so that we can talk and definitely work on how you can get a grade. Okay, but when it comes to that term, when INC is not being talked about, hindi pa ako naghangyo sa iyo na i-INC ka. Usually ako ang naghangyo ng estudyante. Uy, please, i-INC lang ito kay kagwapo sa imo ang papel, pang 1.0 or pang 1.25 nga level ni unya kung kanila nga kulang nga data ang imuhang kuanon kanilang ang makulang dinhi unya kaya naman po nimo ni i-work out for another week, so why not submit the paper the next week or the second week and etc. until such time na say time. Let me ask you what's of course ang mga magkompre nato. Rome, are you here? Who else? Edgar. Siyempre ka mo, Edgar, di mo mag-INC.
Yes, sir. We will try our best, sir.
Oh, Rafi, di mo madunggan lagi.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Doc. Yes, Doc.
I have my full
We
volume.
will,
And
we
of
will try
course,
our
Doc
best, Doc.
Ernestine, you cannot afford to get any INC now. So, yun nga, sabi ko, I know you've been balancing your life and I've been hearing here and there how you are coping. And I am really proud of you how you are coping. And part of it really is telling things, telling tales, and I do not care and they do not care too. And I know it's just really part of, being in a circle. Not a problem with me. I am always on the side of the students. That is really for sure. Um, una, syempre, Ernestine, can you be my case study today? Can you please turn on your camera? And also, class, I will be calling from time to time some of you who have not been participating. And so I need to get justice also, how to rate you on that column in terms of participation. So I will be calling you today. And definitely there will still be other time. There will be this final exam. Ernestine, Doc. Ay, may klase pala ito. Sorry. Hindi si Ernestine.
Sorry,
Hindi
sir.
din si
Sorry,
Edgar.
sir.
Oo, may klase ka nga pala. Kasi salawahan ka.
Two-timer.
Sino nga? Oo, two-timer. Yun yung salawahan ko doon. Ma'am Lucille, my favorite. Ma'am Lucille, good morning.
Morning,
Di
Doc.
akalain ni Ma'am Lucille tawagin siya ngayon. I'm sure. Ma'am Lucille?
Yes, Doc. Yes, Doc.
Okay. Ma'am, any idea? What do you feel? What do you feel? How would you feel if you will be given INC? Incomplete grade. Is it an
Okay.
academic failure to you? I mean, I'm referring to perception, ha? You can be honest.
Wala'y problema, Doc. Kay balom ako sa akong standing.
Okay. So meaning, to you, is it an academic failure or not?
No, it's not. Kasi nag-try man ko
Okay,
hard.
good. So therapeutic ang no, it's not niyo, ma'am. Okay. Class, INC is not an academic failure. But it can be an issue. It can only be an issue if like INC na si professor galit sa pagbigay niya ng INC. Ako, galit ako dahil ang point ko ng INC na hindi ko kinu-communicate, wala ka talaga sa klase at saka wala kang napatunayan, wala kang na-submit. At hindi naman siguro kayo yun kasi I've been checking your papers and you have been returned of your papers and you know exactly more or less you can weigh in or weigh out those things that you have given as requirements. Those are really many papers that you have turned into me, and so they will be assessed and they will be forming part of the general rating that we call. But at the end of the day, we need to think that INC is really not detrimental. It can be detrimental if it is unfair, because if you have completed everything, klaro siya, tapos may assessment, may naibigay sa'yo, naibalik sa'yo, so tapos INC lang gihapong gihatag sa imo, ay bro, kag makaingon jud kag kuan ka, bro, di mo jud maayo. Ang buhaton pud ana, pwede ra pud mo mag-lodge o complain. Kabalo mo ana, pwede mo mangreklamo sa dean. Ako program chairman ko, tapos at the same time ako ang inyong professor. So you can elevate that case. But that will not happen to me. Every one of you will be fully justified. And eto na nga, the more na magkuan pod sa psychology, the more po ko nga naga-come clean ko, the more ko nga naga-explain sa akong sarili na I am not unfair and I am always open, the more po nga yung ginamiro na ako bila ang failure, kaya kung teacher dili failure. So we need to talk about it too, but you better deal with yourselves, this insecurity. You are not supposed to be insecure, guys. You are all professionals. We are all professionals. So deal with our own evils, our own limitations, and then come clean, come matured. I hope you can do that, because we really wanted ourselves to be elevating in that particular respect as well, not just in research. I don't want that we are producing professionals, I mean, PhD graduates, PhDs, who are just very good at, equipment, the tools, the methods, and perhaps writing. And then, but never about leadership, never about responsibility, never about, all these essentials, other essential things that you need to be, of course, harnessing your energies, your strengths, more or less in that particular respect. So INC is not bad, but it can be bad in the case of, let's say, randomly I can tell you magiging bad ang INC kung INC yun ko si Romelin, si Rafi, si sino pa ito, si Kenneth, si Gretel, hindi pa ito magkukuan, Ernestine, Edgar, sino ko bang hindi na-mention? Hindi ko talaga bigyan ng grade. Brian. Okay, klaro na ako doon. Tapos si Opon ay sangkatutak na drop ang ibibigay ko sa kanya. Drop lang. Sangkatutak. Binigatan ko lang ang drop sa kanya. Pero, nagstorya biya po sa klase, di ba? Nag-effort mo po siya. Pero, bisan pa, after midterm na siya, ako na lang siyang i-drop. Kaya wala man po yun siya po halos ipang submit sa klase. Okay, so that's INC. So please, it's good that it came from Lucille, Ma'am Lucille, kasi I know Christine and si kisaning isa, kalimot ko ni Muga, Ma'am Kimada. Kabalo ko na familiar mo sa policy na sa university. So INC is like really part of the norm. And then but INC na dili justified is also bad. Then that's when and where you can actually lodge a complaint and argue na hindi ako dapat nag-INC. Something is like missing, something is wrong. So I hope ganun tayo ka-proactive. Hindi tayo magpabiktima sa sarili natin una at saka sa ibang tao din. And we call them professors. But whenever there is that complaint, and there is none so far in the university when it comes to grade, we can talk about it because I'm not selling here the point na reklamo ninyo, pero what it means is that apparently baga ang academic freedom pag nasa state university, pero pag mo question ka tong na ISO, natay ISO kasi sa International Standards Organization. International Organization Standards, baliktad pala yan. Pero bakit ISO? International Organization Standards, pwedeng mag-lodge ng complaint ang estudyante, even pertaining to grade. Pero subtle o respectful ang iyang pag-lodge complaint. Pero dapat po si teacher kanina, nahis po niyo kay ma-challenge ang si teacher nga dapat naagid siya class record. Kinaapo yung teachers nga dili mag-class record. Dili pareha sa mga taga-deped nga naagid class record. Romelin, send din ako class record ni Mugang para kopyaho na ko gang. Unsaon pag-compute labi na naka-Excel na, joke lang. Pero na ko Excel, Romelin. Anyway, so INC, and then now we can talk about those of you na walang midterm. I can name Sir Butch. Sino pa bang walang midterm? And
Gretel
guys,
siya.
to talk. Gretel. Okay. So si Hansel and Gretel ang walang midterm.
Yes, Doc.
Si Sir Butch pa nandito pa. Jo, wala na si Sir Butch, Jo.
Present, sir. Naka siya, sir.
Nasya.
Ayan po siya, boss. Ay, professor.
Ito siya
Hello.
makita. Bossing. Sir. Okay lang, sir. Wag lang mag-on ng camera, sir. Okay lang. Good morning. Good morning. Sir, kayong dalawa ni Gretel walang midterm. So, kayo automatic INC kayo, pero hindi ibig sabihin nagalit ako sa pag-INC sa inyo, di ba? Bibigyan ko kayo ng midterm exam, total, hindi pa man din kayo magkukompre, sir. Kayo ni Gretel, bibigyan ko kayo after na makapag-finals. Okay lang ba?
Yes, sir. Okay lang po.
So I hope that's fine with you, ha? And then, kapit lang, sir. Huwag bumitaw. Sino pa sa tingin ang may problema? Even those na sa mga bago, tapos maproblema sa paper, okay, let's talk about the paper. Okay. December 17 is the final exam. Bakit tayo mag-final exam? Magpa-final exam kasi kailangan natin mag-practice ng comprehensive examination. So, meron akong ibibigay na 4 na questions sa 17, pero ang 4 na question na ito ay syempre good for 1 hour only. So, hindi siya expected na mag-extend kayo ng time kasi kailangan ninyong magsulat ng madami. I will put up a clause or a direction, may instruction pala, na kailangan lang na ganitong word requirement na within manageable level lang, maximum let's say of 400 and a minimum of 300. So 3 to 400 is not a bad thing, but you have to make sure that you are really ready. And then I will be giving you your pointers. Okay? In a while, I'll give you your pointers because I'm still not really fixed as to what to fill. I will not tell you study from the beginning, middle, at saka end. That's brutality to a student. That will really dissolve all your interest. And you will say, I would rather die. So we are not going to do that. There are just these important milestones and then we're just picking this up na ilalagay natin dito sa final exam. So final exam, December 17 first. This is face-to-face. No exemption. Ito, i-exempt nyo pa sarili nyo dito. Ewan ko na lang kung hindi nyo iti-take ang final exam. Well, of course, if you are taking the final exam, pero Sir Butch and Gretel, you are not allowed not to take the final exam, please. If you want to pass the course. Huwag kayong, huwag na please ha.
Sir,
So at least may time pa kayo makapag-study sa midterm. Pero I tell you, the highest possible grade sa ganitong klase, kahit pa i-perfect nyo ang exam, ibibigay ko sa inyo na equivalent is 90% highest possible. So kahit pa anong kuha ninyo, maminusan ko ng 10%. Kasi taken on a later date na siya. So nakapag-review na talaga kayo compared to them na talagang surprise na surprise what really came out during the midterm examinations. And I hope that is justified. Okay? December 17, final exam, good for 1 hour. And then the next remaining time will be for the paper presentation. And then this is 5 minutes, all of you, 5 minutes. Even if your research paper is not really completed yet, but you have your data analysis, and you need to start with the problem, the objectives, and then the method, and then initial data, and then initial conclusion, and initial recommendation. If your paper is not phenomenological in sense, kasi kahit pa naman mixed method yan, pwede kasing phenomenological ito. Ito ay case study, ito ay ethnography. Pero may mga ganun, o may kahit pa grounded theory gamitin ninyo, or sabihin nyo lang, pure quali lang. Kung ako kayo, magsabi na lang kayo ng pure quali lang. Wala siyang, basic research ng quali. Hindi siya yung philosophical na quali method. Philosophical quali method, example, syempre, ethno, phenom, grounded, and etc. Case study is not philosophical. Okay, someone has raised a hand. I'm sorry. I'm looking at something kasi hindi siya dito sa dapat sa screen ako ng computer. So who has just raised the hand? Wala na. Sir Butch?
Yes, tanong lang po anong oras yung exam? Next week.
Sir, we need to follow our time. Unfortunately, we need to follow our time because all of them will be giving their final exam too.
8 o'clock.
So, all of you, like Joanne yourself and Sir Ahok, you will come all the way from Butuan, Caraga. So, it's advisable really to be ahead of time.
I'll be coming in from Manila po.
You'll be flying from Manila, so it would be more comfortable on your part, sir. How about Joanne?
Day before good, sir.
Day before. O, dili na kas balay tulog, Jo.
Libre.
Dako lang mo ang balay unta.
Lagi. Sige, sir.
Sana all. So, Sir Butch, klaro na to, Sir Butch. December
Yes, sir.
17.
Opo.
Okay. Sa mga nakuratan o nakuyawan na gyud kung unsa ang paper presentation, trivia pa ba sa inyo? Gitagaan naman mo ato ang template. Jo, can you guide the template? Unsay na-prepare nimo, Jo? Can you present your template, Jo?
Sir.
Ato ang bisag sa problem pa lang, problem o objectives. And then we will continue after this, okay? Okay, so December 17, final exam. So meaning to say that the remaining portion, 5 minutes, will be the presentation of your papers. 5 minutes kada isa sa inyo, ha. And then, mag-assign ko og committee kay para na ay committee na magdigamo para sa ato ang mga materials ini. Pero, siyempre di mo maabot ito sa committee nga naapay mag-prepare prior to this particular day. This is going to be at the AVR. Do you know where the AVR is? It's not a good place. It's probably one of the biggest places in campus. So that's where we're going to be. So it has a microphone and everything is there, including the overhead projector. All you have to do is just be ready and be able to present your paper in 5 minutes. And then, but it has to be, I would rather that you speak about your truth, you speak about your project with all gusto and, with all energies, because there's none. I think you need to believe in me. There's none, no other time wherein you will be given to say it. And then all of you will be sharing it just like that. And you need to be proud of what you are going to say. So you need to imbibe really, class, that spirit. Dapat saniban kayo ng espiritu. Sasabihin ko ito kasi kailangan ko itong sabihin kasi para ma-happy si Gascon una. Well, totoo yun kasi ako ang rater eh. Pero dapat ma-happy ka sa sarili mo because you will be like transformed from, I don't know how you have been presenting things, but you need to believe me na when it is research, especially quanti or especially quali, it will make you transform into a believer of your own data. You are not just delivering, let's say, a presentation that is just, unlike before, you are not just really communicating results here. You are really telling the world, this is the result of my study. But class, mind you, you have to be serious with data gathering. And I know you are serious with your data gathering. You better be serious because I will be asking all the documentations of your data gathering. Remember the forms? Do we need to go back to the drawing table to keep you remembering things? I don't think so, right? May forms tayo, ha? And then Ma'am Lucille here, naulaw ko sa iya kay wala na ako na-replyan dayon. Ma'am Lucille, ang signature niingon ako, nag-declare na ko na bahala na mo sa akong signature, use it responsibly. Pareho man gyapon taan ko pero dapat iman ta maulawan na may sample gihatag naman nato tong kay Sir kay Sir Kokoy. Asa ito si Sir Kokoy? Na ba siya? Wala, no? Nakakuha na ba kaya ng ticket? And Sir Ahok too, not here in the class? Okay, busy people. So, yun. Ang kailangan ko lang yata, Jo, pwede ka mag-volunteer, mag-MC kasi mag-MC. It's either Joanne or pwede mag-kwan? Kailangan ko ng volunteer?
Sige, sir. Ang pinakatabian.
Sige, si Joanne. And then si
Ano siya, sir? Mag-MC
Brian.
during the presentation.
Ano?
During the presentation po, sir. Sa kining mga papers.
Oy, pag ilis mo tarong ha, dili po nang ilis nga kanang kuyaw na kaya kanang Sunday get up lang. Okay ra nang naka-rubber shoes ang mga boys pero dapat naka-kwelyo ang inyong suoton. Ayaw mo pag t-shirt. Labi na kung itom kay baro mo ituman ito sa campus, di mo wala ang estudyante mo sa PhD. I mean, sorry for that I mean, special day kasi ito pero wag lang siguro mag long live. Pero kung mo na inyong kuan statement, mag-long sleeve mo, bahala mo, init kayong campus. Believe me, polo shirt is okay. But ayaw lang yung pag t-shirt. I hope we agreed. Yes, Jo. Ano sa to yung mong gi-raise, Jo?
Mag-MC, sir, no, during the presentation of the
Oh, bro,
papers.
ka ng transitioning lang from
Okay.
transitioning lang from one presentation up to another, and then we are getting their title and their PowerPoint. Kato lang another tao tong i-assign. Akong i-assign ani si ano. Gusto na ko magkuan ang magiging magiging muse for the day at saka attendance checker nato si Brian. Si Brian o si bibo ni si Brian o si si Rome. Can you say something, Rome and Brian? Can you recognize? Okay, oh.
Ay pa.
Kani mga beautiful natong nga tandem mo ni sila ang imong mga kicker jo.
Pa.
Mga flower girls. Okay, and also kisabay kuan ninyo, kisabay president ninyo sa inyong naman mo presidente sa inyong grupo sa PhD lang. The same president sa Tibuok College ba? Si Art? Si Art? Hello?
I think so, sir. Itong pag...
Yes,
So
sir.
wala level no, wala first year, wala mga inana nga kuno, nga structure.
Wala
Okay,
na
anyway,
kasi
that's
during
fine.
that time,
Oh,
sir.
wala na.
Wala na kasi.
That's fine. So, yes. Kailangan natin ng MC, kailangan natin ng magkuha ng bilit at saka any suggestions for refreshment? Baon tayo or mag-contribute tayo? Ang baon manggod kay pwede na po bring your own baon pero quite honestly karon sa campus minga way mapalit. Madto pa kag gawas para lang magpalit og merienda. Unya kaning ato apod kay gipit siya sa panahon 7 to 10 lang. So pwede natong i-assign naton sarili nga magkuan lang ako volunteer kog kape. Kape and then you bring let's say kuan siguro mga cookies ana ra. Jo. Anybody who can bring in not coffee, nakoy coffee. Pwedeng mga kape or something na pastries lang na mga kaon kanang ginagmay lang.
Pwede na mo na istoryahan sa amo ang group, sir. We have our
Nga dili lang
GC.
ato mahalon ha. Basta lang nalang gud di la pud layon natong baba nya makulbaan biya ta. So dapat nakabutang na natong sugar na mo. Kuan man na mo okay man nato ang mga brains ana.
Kanang mga
I mean
pika-pika
that's the
dog.
rule. Ha? Oh,
Ano,
pika-pika.
pika-pika
And it's
pa.
called tea party. Diba? Tea party siya. So, dapat naka-elevate ang table. Pero ginana ba? Pero magwan lagi pag ko, ilason mo na ang plano eh. Sa gawa si Nana, manggod, kanang na-table nga taas up to, dili tupong sa ito ang breast. Pero ginana siya ba? Kanya, magtindog lang yung kanya, naritong food. Mag-istorya lang yung sila. Mag-istorya lang yung tanan. Nya, walay chair nga malingkuran. Muna yung idea. Walay chair nga malingkuran. Pero ang AVR manggod nato, naka-prepare na siya for that. Naka-chair na gud siya. So, we have no choice but you will sit. Of course, the idea of standing up is really to roam around and associate. Okay? Okay, so now, the next date or schedule I need to drop now is the deadline for you to submit your final paper. But this is not a deadline for those who will be taking their compre. Ay, tama. This will be the deadline too of those who will be taking your compre. Your comprehensive examination will be, of course, obviously next year, January. And then it has to be siguro, dapat 2 weeks prior to or 1 week prior to the deadline of enrollment. Last day of enrollment ang inyong compre. Okay, para makapasok mo within the period of checking pa. Kaya kailangan ninyo ng compre, checkan pa yan, and then we need like roughly 3 days. Ibalik yan sa amin na na-check na, tapos mag-meeting pa ang committee, interviewon pa mo. So, 2 times man written man o oral exam. So, kung mapasar ninyo ang duha, then mo po ito pag-enroll ninyo sa dissertation writing. Okay? So, ako lang i-retrieve kadali ang ako ang kalendaryo. Class, are you listening? I'm not sure now if you are still there.
Yes, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Doc.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Doc. Yes, Doc.
Yes, Doc.
This is elemental to you, right?
Yes, Doc.
As it is also important to me. Okay. Okay, this is for everyone. Your final exam schedule is December 17. Might as well share this to you now. Saya screen. What have you been doing today? How are you feeling? Iba-ibang feeling nito eh. Like we have two worlds, no? The new and the old.
Kulbaan ni
And then
para
but
unya
the
kay
old
Ma'am
and the new now. Ah,
Kulbaan ni unya para kay Ma'am Perez ang presentation po.
you better stay cool. When it is Paris, it is more like Gascon. Ay, sorry ah. Kasi mahadlok na nun kuming Gas Perez, more like Gascon. Pero but pasabot na cool naman mi. Sa mong paminaw, cool mi. Di mi may magsak og estudyante. Labi ng estudyante pareha ninyo nagpakita sa mo, nagbalik-balik sa amo. Di na mo na ibagsak. Hanap ako dapit. Nakita ninyo na akong presentation, di ba?
Wala pa, sir.
Naka-share screen na ka, Doc.
Naka-share screen.
Naka-share screen na. Oo, naka-share screen na. Okay, so this is our school calendar. You have been given this, right? And the final exam, let's have a look. The way to use this is ito. Graduate school, December 17. Last day of classes, graduate school. Siyempre, exam, December 17. And ang akong istorya sa inyo ha, the deadline for the submission of papers, December 31. Hayain na ninyo na December 31 o kung mahimo na class, balag New Year na siya. Pero kabalo ko, nainana ka mga, nainanang klaseng tao sa ato. So, bisang pag may yung kudig deadline na to, December 23, kaya pa lang malagsan ang Pasko, mas gusto magyapon ninyong at least after 25 nga tingmingaw mo, basa mo, makabuhat mo sa inyong papel, maka-extend mo sa inyong gisulat, papolish mo. So, let's just be organic. Are you good with December 31? Of course, that's my deadliest deadline. Hindi ako pwedeng maadto pa dito sa January. Kaya let me share with you itong importante na deadline for the submission of grades. Nandito yata, posting of grades. For graduating, syempre, ito, January 9. Sa mga feeling graduating, then this is also good for those who will be taking their compre. And then non-graduating, ito. And all of you, I will encode, post your grades on January 9. That's why you need to give me time, material time to check the papers and assess everything so that I will be fielding your grade just like that. Is this clear? That's January 2023. And then let's talk about enrollment period next semester. Okay, so we don't have much time really. There's just going to be this Christmas. Thanks heaven na meron tayong Christmas. Can you help me point out where is this enrollment? Ito naman pala. Okay. Graduating students, grad school. Okay, that's January 9 to 14. Okay, so pero ang nahitabo man gud ani atong enrollment payment gyud ta moligas og tag 2 weeks after ani. Pero ang akong tan-awon dapat diri gyud ma-enroll nako ang mga magkompre. Rome and everyone. Hey. You need to say something, acknowledge.
Yes po.
Okay, so this is the 14th as the deadliest ha. And so meaning to say prior to this na atay leg working nato. Tanaw na tong kalendaryo kung 14 January 14. Tong kani.
Doc, atong mag-take og compre included man sa December 31 na deadline, Doc, no?
Yes. You need to give me 9 days to read.
Thank you po.
Pero
Doc, when
ako
ang tentative
nakabasa.
na kumpre, Doc? When ang date?
Kinsa to nang tana? Ernestine?
Yes, Doc. Kay
Unya
ticket,
pa ko mag-schedule og date kung makuha na nako. Pero karon pwede na ako tabangan ko ninyo schedule sa total ako may mag-recommend.
Last time, Doc, 12, 13, 14, ti imong giingon, Doc. Katong nag-meeting ta last time.
Di na makaya yung 12, 13, 14. Kanang
Okay
meeting na itong mga initial. Kaya kato nakita na itong 14, moto 14 kani, respetohon tani. At least lang ba, best effort na to. Kay total, dihatag niyo sa kuang papel December 31, unya ako ang kalampagon tanan nga mga nakagunit sa inyo karon pakatago na ako grado dayon, dili pagbalik. Asa ba? Holiday ni?
Holiday na,
Yes,
sir.
Doc,
Holiday.
Holiday na. O, dili na ako pangayoon. Di ba? Makaya ko man na sila pangayuan. Di sila mga hatag, di na ako sa tag doon. So, diri na ako ang nakoy grado sa ilaha. And then, meaning, diri pa officially dapat pirmahan sa kuan. Pero ang decision karon magiging conditional. Ako na yung magbutang daan og kanang recommendation dito katong letter nga inyong isend sa ako. Please, respetuha po ninyo tong time sa mga nagbuhat og letter. Can we contribute to make it also good to read? And you make sure that the signatures are all in that letter. Ayaw sila pahulata kinsa ang concern ani, so you know who you are, ha? Please. Murag wa man ko kayo interaction
Doc.
dito niya. Ay nagulata nga masuko pa si Brian or ako kay masuko. Kay dugay kay mang liok pati kani pang paperwork. Total conditional man to. I-forward lang ninyo kay it should not sound that I am the one tolerating this special comprehensive examination. This will be counted against my performance. Any special conduct of something. Kasi in the first place, ang una nilang ikuan, they will use the graduate school manual. We're not recording ourselves, right? Okay, so the school is a school, the college is a college, and we have university council. And then what the university council will approve, more likely if we are going to seek, let's say, or even the president or the dean, if we will be seeking their approval for this special exam or comprehensive examination, what they will really reply to us, obvious na kayo. No, please don't. Kasi ang mga estudyante, kaya kayo may schedule ng April at saka ng anong schedule na isa, December, is para yan makapag-review. Ibig sabihin, meron ka daw talagang dapat transition na 1 semester bago ka mag-complete. That's the idea. Pero from schools that I know, schools where I came from, Compre is like immediately after you have completed all your academic requirements, especially subject requirements. And then, right there and then, you can take Compre. Okay, so policy is policy. Pero yun nga, balikan ko. Kayo itong nag-request. Dapat siguro mag-agree po mo, makadungog po ko ninyo. Can you please turn on your camera? Just, Edgar, can you represent the class and room? Please turn on your camera. And then, but if you cannot help but recognize, please seek my attention so that you can be allowed to talk. I don't want that I am the one here selling the point. You need this compre. Actually, what I feel is you don't need this compre. How about if I tell you that? But I am here to really defend and will make things happen for you. Again, you are not talking? Ed, ikaw na lang gani, Ed.
Sir, we have already prepared the letter as
Hello?
what, sir.
Di madunggan eh.
Just going to tweak my. Wait.
Madunggan ninyo si Edgar?
Dili, Doc. Dili. Gamay lang.
Oh, inay. Oh, bro na po. Kisa may gwapong audio be?
Check. Yes.
Oy, dali ataw ninyo.
Doc, ako na lang, Doc. If you can hear
Who's
me po.
talking, please?
Rafi
I
po.
cannot recognize.
Rafi.
Raf, okay.
Yes po, Doc.
Okay, Raf. You know what I mean, right? Basically, the lesson here is that I am helping you, willing to help you, but it has to come from you so that this will not be used against me. And I am not just coming clean here. I don't want that to be, of course, what we can look and put sa, I mean, sa classroom o sa klase bisag asa ko, basta ethical ang akong gibuhat o para sa particular na pundok ang akong gibuhat. Inyo ang pukoy, wa ang pukoy igsuon ninyo da, o koy asawa ninyo diha sa inyong hanay. So that's why I can do this. So disinterested ko sa inyo ha. It means to say you need to forward the letter the soonest possible time. If this letter takes time, you better think twice. So what is taking this long? I need this letter really this week, within the week. So hopefully, I mean next week pala. The earliest can be Wednesday, so that they will still have the Thursday and the Friday to pass upon the letter from one table to another. And so that I will then have the final schedule of the compre. And then let's talk about the final one of our choosing now will be the compre exam, the schedule. So, kasi nakalagay dito 14 di ba? Last day of enrollment ng second sem. So, kaya ito ay release ng result. Hindi din dito magre-release ng result. Release of result, and then ito na din yung schedule ng oral exam. Ang oral exam kasi is, or pwede din dito ang oral exam this January 12, sulat ko na, oral exam, at saka January 13, releasing of results. Checking of papers, 1, 2, 3. Okay, fine. Checking of papers. So kaya, or ilimit natin sa 2 araw lang. 1, 2. Di yun kaya. So ang compre exam should be January. Pwede na itong gamitin ng Sabado. Nabay violation sa Sabado ninyo? Wala, di ba?
Wala, Doc.
So pwede tayong mag-compre ng 5, 6, 7. January 5 to 7. Kaya para ihatag na to ang papel, di man ni technically, di man ni siya working day. So di rin na to pero ihatag 5, 6, 7 pa lang mahatag ng paper, nanay magsugod og basa dire. Then 8, 9, okay. So within the reasonable. So motong ato ang buhaton. Dili ta mo adto atong negotiable nga extension sa enrollment nga up to the last week of January. Pasag din na sila at least para dili ta ma-technical, pero kana mo na to ibutang sa letter. Kani ato ang gibutang, please kisay nag-draft sa letter kung magpahatag mo letter sa ako to edit. Pwede maghatag mo sa Word ayaw sa atong picture file, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then please incorporate no, not the schedule. I am reminding myself of the schedule. Ako man ang responsible sa schedule. Ako man ang mag-note ani. Okay, so yes, again, let us talk about this because this is important. Your compre is your request. And your compre is special. And your compre is your wish. And then be careful what you wish. And I know you wish for this because you need this. So, good luck to all of you. For me po, dili po kailangan i-postpone ang compre. Yes, Ernestine.
Romelyn, sir. Good morning, sir.
Romelyn, sorry.
Sir,
Morning.
ano lang ko, sir, kanang pangutanay lang, sir. What if lang, sir? What if? What if, sir, dili ma-approve, sir? So, sa May ni, sir, mag-exam.
Di na to naisipon, Rom. Di na to naisipon.
Okay po. Sige po, sir. So, positive May nga sa
Practical kayo ko na tao. I get what I want, Rom. Especially if tama ko.
Thank you, sir.
Sige po, sir. Adja.
Okay.
Thank you, Doc.
Adya mo lang. So, yeah, I know you don't like my attitude, but that's really my attitude. Wala may mo sa attitude. Pero, I think functional pa man po siguro ko amang ko nang violate sa inyo, di ba? Rapi, say yes or no. It's your duty to say yes or no. You have the microphone. Bitaw binuang lang. Okay, can we leave this one? So meaning, you from the grad school, don't pretend. You know now the schedule of your enrollment, especially returning students next semester. So we wish to see you for a face-to-face, on a face-to-face enrollment na ito And then let's talk about also what's going to happen for those of you who will be returning. It's 50% face-to-face and 50% online. And what we have just agreed is that it's going to be every one, not every Saturday, but one Saturday ang gap para mag face-to-face sa campus. So, 2 Saturdays. Pero kung nailima ka Saturdays, walang po na. Basta ulhusan lang na Saturday. Karon na face-to-face, sunod dili. Face-to-face ako, sunod na po wala. Inana siya. So, Joe, I would like to get your point. Unsa, what will happen to you? And Sir Boots, katong mga Tagalagyo, I'm sure you're not happy, but I tell you, daganding na pag-graduate nga mga bright nga students tagadiya sa inyo hangin, ana ang modality. Mangbiyahe yun sila.
Yeah.
Kung mo gid niyo plano nga dili si Joseph Kwaon, di po ko maingon sa inyo nga dili lang gyud mo Jo, isa ganahan ko nga dili lang mo pero di pud gyud ko kaana. Final na gyud sa Joan.
Okay.
Nagprepare na lang sila og kwan.
Okay, na ako'y clarification, sir, para sa mga presentations because di ba you will be giving an exam, the final exam equivalent to 1 hour.
Prior to the presentation.
Oh, prior to
the same venue.
And our time schedule is from 8 to 10. So it means we only have one hour for
8 to 10, we need to meet at 7:30. Sorry, dapat
7:30.
7:30 kita, Jo. Mag-organize ata, magsugod na tag 7:30, naka-organize ata og 7.
Okay,
So, burag
so
inana
that's
lang
clear.
gyapon, burag 30 minutes prior nanay nana. Mo nang manghatag og kape unya. Pwede naman siguro na espirituhan na naman ang pandesal. May nana bitaw class or
Pero sir, ang imong exam would start at 8. Kay gitan-aw na ko sir, kung 8 to 9 ang exam, that means
no, we'll start at
9
7:30 the exam.
Okay, so
I will start the
7:30 to
exam at
8:30.
7:30.
Okay, so that's clear sir. Katulang
Pero ang remaining time kung i-divide ni mo 5 minutes so protein sobraha eh.
ang pangutana pud nako sir, if the presentation is 5%, would we be giving kuan pa like
5%?
time for dili sa
5
imo nga
minutes?
mag-question sir or wala na diretso lang presentation ingana lang ato ang facilitation.
What do you mean, Jo? Kitay ko ikaw mag-present 5 minutes lang.
nakay question. The 5 minutes will be allotted only for the
Muna istoryahan
presentation.
na to sunod, Jo. Naa kay PowerPoint pero imong PowerPoint mo mublag iyaha unya ikaw diha kay atubangan lang jud mi ayaw istoryahan imong PowerPoint.
So sige, okay.
Drama sa Jo. Pura kag kanang kuan, kanang TED Talk bitaw.
Oo.
Naalay salient nga mogawas dito sa kuan. Naalay salient kitay model mogawas. Ang problem mogawas, ang title mogawas. Ana. Na nga kuan, na choreography ba?
Okay, sige sir, okay. Thank you.
Atong sabutan na Jo kita ang magkuan sa ila para ikaw ang mag-coordinate para sa entire class pero I will be dropping the rubric so that you will be guided of otherwise known as criteria for judging para at least na mo more or less guide sa inyong presentation at saka sample. Sa sample karon bisag mag-Google mo pangitaan niyo ang 3-minute thesis. 3 minutes lang man ni dapat pero 5 minutes ato-ato ah.
Okay sir, okay.
Ang
Thank you.
mga girls ani is preferably nakapalda. Mo na yung mga best ani kay para labi na femininity ang inyong ipangisgot or something like gender, something like that can really, and then naka-makeup. Wa tay labo tug naunsa ni sila nag-makeup man ni sila. Kasi we will try to record Jo, i-record nato Jo.
Sige sir, kami
I know for most of you first ninyo siguro ni na ma-experience ni research presentation is not a thing for everyone. And then but this time in our class I wanted to see future best paper presenters. And I know I have the best paper presenters in your class. Just believe in yourself. I know. Myself is like, of course, I'm so proud of myself. Ang hambog ko sa sarili, I think that's one of the things na I do best. When it comes to communicating results, I know what to communicate in too short a time. And what I'm just thinking, it's going to be the end of the world. And I do not have any chance anymore to talk about this. So, give me your time. So that's basically the premise of this particular exercise. But we need to be really organized what to speak about. Okay. Jo, i-postpone na to na, iliwan na to na unya. Okay, so klaro na to. Nanatay December 31 na deadline, deadliest deadline para sa submission sa paper. And yes, it is true. Deadline ni siya, pero buto sa bot, ayaw po ninyo ka. Total, Google Classroom man eh. So kamo na bahala. Pag turn in diha, kunya ay na po ninyo hangyo nga ako pang extend ang deadline kay nakaset na ko na og 5 o'clock that day, ha? Ya total ang bukoy labot na during that day, din bukong lingi ninyo ana kay kuan man na New Year's Eve na. Bawo biya mo pag New Year kuan kita. Mo na pinaka-busy nato. Okay? And no communication please within this Christmas period during December to January. Kana gyud ako hangyo ayo jud bisan pag mag Merry Christmas, okay lang Merry Christmas pala pero wala yang muna yung mga tanong. But unless emergency, so paano na po ito? Unless emergency? Kung pwede, wag. Ha? Kaya para di po ko, at least di mo gawa sa kung pagka-kuan, humanitarian during that day. I will focus on my family. And you need to understand, we all have families. Alright? Is that clear? Rafi?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Yes, Doc.
Bura po kag isamok-samok. Una-una po ninyo, bura po kag isamok-samok. Bura po kag dili ka supladog sa mukon ka. Di ba, Joanne?
Lagi sir.
Gani. Okay. So, yes, that's it. And I hope everything is clear. Happy? I know you're not happy. You will be beating deadlines. But I think it's fine na nalaman nyo na. for questions, again, what will come out in the comprehensive examination, pointers are, please study the first PowerPoint slide about the research philosophy, research as a philosophy. And there we discuss ontology, epistemology, and then but just limit on what you can remember what the PowerPoint presentation has actually given you. And remember, this final exam is on site. You are not allowed to tinker, browse any page, etc. Only you and your pen. I will provide the paper and you will just bring with you your pen. And all you need to do is just write. So exactly, there will be 4 pages, 4 sheets that will be given you. However, how full, how empty the paper would be, so it depends on you. So it will be stapled and it will not contain your name but a code. So I will distribute so that when I check your paper, I will forget that it is Joanne's, it is etc. It is etc. So that's how I'm going to check your paper. And you will maintain the code and someone has to keep the code for me, and it has to be a staff from school. And so, yes, study research as a philosophy, and then I need you to explain phenomenology, and I need you to explain ethnography. So this would come from the material given you, the PowerPoint, the qualitative research. Nakita nyo na ito? Yung napakahabang PowerPoint?
Yes, Doc. Katong
Hindi nyo ito na-study?
katong sa imuhang presentation, Doc, imuhang PowerPoint.
Wala ni siya na to giklase ingon ako ibilin ko ni sa inyo, basahan ninyo ni kay elementary na tayo ni kay dili siya kayo nato ma-focus, dapat ato ta mo move na tayo sa writing the paper na ta. So mo to siya akong second pointers, study phenomenology. So syempre ang phenomenology o ethnography ambot pasabot ninyo ani gikan sa sugod antod mahuman unsaon sa pagbuhat, basically a plan, outline. So kato, and then data analysis, how to analyze data, then but basic mo na ni atong last nga kwan, mo na ni last na kong pointer, research as a philosophy, and then data analysis, referring to coding, noding, and thematic analysis. Okay, so you will be given a set of data, and then you will code, and then you will put up the first level theme and the final theme, and that's it. That's going to be it. So expect that there will be this table of theory for this that will contain basically this one that we are going to discuss. Okay, klaro sa inyong pointers class, research as a philosophy, that whole PowerPoint, but do not include there, yung table of theory naman is not something that you need to study. You're already familiar with it, right? I'm referring to epistemology, ontology, and critical writing, critical thinking, yun doon na part. And the next big chunk where I will be including in the final exam will be a discussion and showing of examples of phenomenological study and ethnographic studies. And you need to know the difference between the two and what's best to use when a topic is this, and etc. And the next pointer is on data analysis, and this pertains to the noding, coding, okay, etc. Okay, so let's talk about, this is mixed method. This class is mixed method. But mixed method here is not, well, quite frankly, I'm not being brutal about this. I wanted my students to focus on quali because this happens to be the weighty and the meticulous and the most oblivious part of the entire society, the Philippine society as a whole. Needless to say, needless to emphasize that in most of your universities, there's no mention about quali. If there was a mention of quali, but nobody have ever dipped their fingers doing qualitative research. Class, you yourselves now are actually in the platform. You can be invited, or you need to invite yourselves in their training. You can now give this training to their places, to their organizations, and you have the material, our material. Please don't be too insecure that you are still not ready for this particular task. You are now movers supposed to be of this thinking, of this methodology. And that feeling you now have, wherein parang I'm still not really part of this world. I am still a square peg for a round hole. I still do not fit nicely in that particular context because it is not comfortable to me. Well, I tell you, there's no tomorrow for the so-called comfort or for the so-called fitting in. The time is now. You have been seated, so meaning to say you can really walk the talk now. Pero giabuso mo maayo sa klase nako, so meaning to say, kamo na po dapat yata ang muhatag na po og justice. Nga matagaan po nato linaw. I don't know kung natagaan ba na ako linaw sa inyo ang quali. Kay ang mahitabo po usually po sa mga students when they are in a quali class, ako matingala kung ano ang reception o ang acceptability nako, mas ma-accept ko sa mga masterate na students kaysa sa PhD student. Ang akong analysis kay sa masterate nako, naidagan kong mga sociology graduates, anthropology graduates, public administration graduates. Kamo diri sa PhD kay wala education, dili kayo sa inano na field. So medyo bibo diri sa baba kaysa diri sa taas, pero it does not mean nga wala mo kasabot. It does not mean nga dili mo pwede o wala mo kabalo pa sa inyong buhaton. Be that whatever as it may, pero I'm just telling you now, we are a circle. Hopefully you believe in yourself and you can now share this to, anybody that you know. Even if I am going to have a look, let's say randomly, I am sure Jonathan, for one thing, you are an academician, Jonathan, right? You teach in a university. Is it MSU IIT? But I know Jonathan is. Jillian. What do you do, Jillian? Jonathan,
Hello.
yes, you're talking.
Hello. Yes, Doc. Philippine Science High School, Doc.
Oh, Philippine Science High School. So what do you
Hindi
teach?
po sa
Statistics, no? Basically stat ang
Yes,
tinuturo
Doc.
mo, ano? Mhm. And so now,
Yes, Doc.
being a student now in qualitative at saka mixed method research, what do you think will be your re-entry? Something like, if there is this re-entry plan, what do you plan to do later in that particular respect? I'm just going to ask like very few people about this. And this will be part of my plan also, re-strategizing what I'm going to do next year, next semester. Go ahead, Joe.
I love to do both, Doc, the quali and the quanti. Maybe I can say I'm confident with the quanti, so I love to explore the quali, Doc. And also, Doc, I am very fond of looking other softwares that can help me to use quali more, Doc. So
Yeah,
that is
sure.
my way of understanding quali by using other softwares po, Doc.
Ang wala nato nabuhat diri sa ato ang klase is using NVivo and using Atlas. Using Atlas na mga kuha na panay mga CacDoc, mga na software, pero even myself is not really a genuine fan of the software because ang software kasi again NVivo just like that kana bitong imuhang mga objectives kanang yun mo problems confronted by women, for example, mo na siya imong ibuhat dito nga node problems by women, confronted by women, problems confronted by men, mo na siya node nimo subot pasabot ang data gi-direct na nimo daan sa dito atong mo tingon akong basket, theoretical basket. Kunya imo na lang siyang ipang code dito tong mga conversations nga burag tay naka-excel na siya. Burag ginana ang feel sa NVivo. Imo siyang underlinean, coloran. Nya isulod nimo para atong endnote dito ibutan nimo sa folder. Dito sa folder sa confronted by men, confronted by women. So basically, it will just really structure that way and it will create a frequency table and a word cloud. Kasi kailangan man niyang i-include to mga surrounding words nga naa dito surrounding the the basic words nga permanently gina-repeat dito sa mga kwan. So, muna, kung makita ko ninyo, kung giunsa nato pag code ug pag pag note ug pag code gi-manual nato, yeah, basically mas magamit ang manual labi na kung rapid paper writing para natong gibuhat nato. As long as justified, as long as walay na fabricate na data dito along the way. NVivo 2 is not for publication because it's a software, so it will really it will distract that possibility and it will just create a word cloud and a frequency. So for objectivity purposes, kung phenomenology paper imuhang gibuhat, adto jud ka sa NVivo. O grounded theory, mag-NVivo jud ka. Pero pag ethnography ka, pwede ra ka magamit ng theoretical sampling kaya mo to gi-manual code nato. Thanks, Joe. And no problem with next semester's enrollment? Especially knowing na you are from asa ka naka-destino, Philippine Science ng saan ka nga?
South Cotabato, Doc, Region 12.
Ha?
South Cotabato, Region 12.
South Cotabato. Madaling biyahe lang yan, Jonathan.
Corona daw.
Diba? Ano?
Yes, Doc. Taya ko.
Kaya yan, kaya.
Ilonggo, Doc. Ilonggo.
Ilonggo Kagid. Okay. Let me... Syrian. Anong agency si Syrian? Syrian, sa pagbasa ganis. Syrian, manibay, di ba?
DNR po, Doc, DNR.
DNR. Asa ka nga DNR, sir? Pareha mo ni Joanne?
Sa Penro Davao de Oro po, Doc.
Dira day ka. Dili naman day ka sa ato.
Bunturan, Doc.
Grabe tong ulan gabi ha. Bura man to mag-end of the world na. Ugwan ni undang tong ulan na. Diya sa inyo ni ulan kusog pug kay Syrian?
Wala man, Doc. Pero dili mo taga-tago mo ko, Doc. Dito lang ko nag-work. Wala may ulan di sa Tagum.
He is Ma'am Midel. Di ba ano ka? Kauban mo ni Rafi?
Yes, Doc.
Oo. Ma'am, how's your project? Basta ang research niyo po?
Working on it, Doc.
Oh, good.
Uh-uh.
So, at this juncture, and since Ma'am D. Midel, ano nga itong first name mo, ma'am? Ang first name mo is D. And your family
Yes, Doc.
name is Midel. Okay.
Yes, Doc.
Now I remember you. Nasa high school ka, ma'am, no?
Nasa college, Doc.
College din na imo, ha?
Yes, Doc. Si Sir
Ano sa
Rafi
imong
kay
ginatudloan, ma'am?
engineering student.
Kinsa din ang mga, just like Ma'am Midel nga, sure na kayong makatudlo aning mga atong ginapang yaw-yaw diri sa klase. Ma'am, sorry, wala na ko tong last name mong gisuloy, ha?
Ay, okay lang, Doc. Sa college ko, Doc, sa engineering students,
And
ako ang mga students. Si Sir Rafi kay
Okay,
nasa
what
senior
subjects do you
high.
teach po sa kailaha po?
Mathematics and sciences, electronics, and then naapoy minsan research, Doc, pero we are more on quanti, not on quali. So this is a big avenue, a big opportunity for me to explore it kay new technique siya para sa ako.
Alternative na method siya para sa imo.
Yes, Doc, kay magato imo tong observation ganing nimo, Doc. Tama kaayo to siya, Doc, ba na mostly kanang quanti ang ginagamit, so dili kaayo sila nagka-quali. So,
okay na, ma'am. Okay ra pud na. Pero ang ako alang kinsa diri sa tuang klase ang sure ko nga makatudlog quali, na siguro akong palangga diring si asa naman si wa man si Beth. Si Woman of the Year.
Sa Doc, sa senior high, Doc, ma-integrate siya, Doc, and I practical research, one more on qualitative research. Yeah.
Isa
Rafi, Doc.
Rafi ko to.
Yes po.
Raf. Ano na imong ginatudlo, Raf?
Yes, Doc. Practical research 1, quality, tapos practical research 2 mo ang quantitative po.
Kay kani po si Lynn Giraw, kuan po ni, science po ni. Si Ma'am Lucille, unsang imong subject ko, sciences po.
Nurse ko, Doc.
Wala kay teaching?
Wala na ko sa academe, Doc.
Abi na ako, di ba nakadestalo mo?
Sa mental compre ko, Doc. Cluster nurse.
Mental compre, tama. Mental compre dahil ka nga nurse. Si Ma'am, ano pala yun, si Ma'am Joy. Ma'am Joy, kumusta yung study, ma'am, yung paper?
Ongoing, sir, pero hindi pa ako konti pa lang ang aking na-gather na data eh.
Okay. Let's talk about your data, and then this will finalize everything. Wherever you go, even when you will become paper reviewers, there should be in your head this one. I mean, not this. Ito dito, hindi ito one. Ito, at saka ito. Usually, ito, baliktaran nito. Dapat nandito ang problem, nandito ang theory. Pero we'll try to place this in juxtaposition and just like that. Method and tools and data analysis or results. So, in-extend natin ang table of theory. Napaka-complicated na. Pero, let's have this with that one. So that we can have enough space. You are now finalizing everything. You are done in this particular area, this one here. So, whether or not you have plotted them one after the other, but I must say this area here is the area for the literature review. This is for the RRL. And they are also data. It's just that these are ethic data. Ethic data. Otherwise known as RRM. And the problem is your problem, your ontology, and at the same time, your epistemology. And then you have to remember what is your data here, but nawala. Okay, there you are.